up the mic.
I don't know.
They can see you.
Another
You drop a bar or pop a doc.
another episode of Turn Up the Mic. I'm Chris. To my right, I got Roy.
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing today?
How y'all doing? Like,
Yeah, we got better. Look, they hear us, man.
Okay. Reporting live at Pub Sports, recording off the Sony camera. Sony has got some good product.
We do have a Sony
yeah,
camera.
I see it. Yeah, it says Sony.
Is that 4K one that the NFL uses?
It could be.
I
think that one's like 5 years old, but their product is so fresh, like you can't tell.
Yeah. Well, cameras last a long time.
Yeah, and
not their phones, but their
since
cameras
they got the phones, they just put it in there.
I don't know.
How you doing today, Roy? You good?
I don't know how they fit the whole camera.
I know you
on the
don't
phone,
know.
So
that's why you gotta look it up.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
No, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It was a very it was a very interesting week with everything going on, with the stock market and all that.
Yeah.
So. It was good. I got less sleep this week because of it.
It came out of nowhere, and I was like, "Okay, here we go."
Well, I knew what was going on with GameStop last couple of weeks when we started doing it, and then you started hearing like threads and rumors about the AMC, and then I started looking at purchases. People started buying it. I got lucky enough to actually purchase all the shares I wanted to purchase before like it popped.
Yeah.
So I got in like at 4. So
$4.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
of which one?
AMC.
Okay.
So I can really hold and see what happens. Even right now, I'm doubled.
How much?
Because it's at 13.65.
How many stocks did you buy?
40.
You bought 40, and then are you gonna pay taxes
on the profit? Yeah.
So that's like you bought $80. 40, 12. Was that 120?
Yeah. 40.
40 times
40 is 400.
You bought 40 shares of $4 stocks?
Yeah. Wait.
40, 12, 16, 17, 14,
no, 4 times 10. It's bro. What are you doing to me?
40 times 4 is what?
Yeah, 4 times 100 is that. So
that's 120, right?
Yeah.
That's what I just said. Quick math. Okay, so you're gonna pay taxes on that.
On what?
I don't know.
On the profit, yeah.
I'm just reporting to the IRS, bro. I don't know.
So the way stocks work is you pay taxes on the profit when you sell.
So when you're on, you use Robinhood, right?
Yeah.
The biggest con job in America right now.
Yeah.
So when you take money out, they're gonna take the taxes out too?
No, because that's for you to file. They send you the form and you have to file it every year.
Oh. Do you send it back like try again?
No, the only thing I hate is the first year I started doing this like two years. So last year was the first year I really filed with stocks and all that.
Yeah.
They have a different date to give you your what's it called? Your forms and all that.
Yeah.
So their date I believe is like March 15th, their deadline.
Yeah.
So the year before last they gave me March 15th. I actually got it, but last year was in February, and this year I got an email from them saying we'll get it mid-February.
Do you think it's a con? It's a con business.
Robinhood in general? Or are you talking about like what's going on?
Yeah, your whole overall experience. Because I know you really mess with people that hit licks and stuff.
I like Robinhood. Like in general, before today, I've never had any issues on it.
Yeah. That's probably because you were falling in line.
So I mean, I bought and I sold everything I wanted. I never had issues on it. It's their explanation of it. The CEO, he went up and explained it, and I don't know. It didn't seem accurate. He did mention like a lot of other establishments did this, a lot of other firms did it, but they're not in the spotlight.
That's like one of them things like when you get in trouble in class and you're like, what about him? Like, bro, stop dry snitching. Yeah. What are you talking about?
And I mean, to be fair, Robinhood did it, Webull did it, Ameritrade did it. The only ones I know for sure that didn't do it was like Fidelity didn't do it.
Yeah, basically they're talking about Robinhood halting buying, right?
Yeah,
not being able to buy. And did you watch the CNN interview?
Yeah.
I posted it.
Bro, he kept going. He's like, that is the question.
He was like,
Now, he's the CEO of that company. He doesn't look he's media trained at all or whatever it's called. Like he was just like,
yeah, it's hard for him to get the lie out.
Because he did an interview 2 days before.
Yeah.
Before it happened. And again, that whole interview was just like stuttering. He was like the Eagles head coach.
He's like he's a con artist. He's what we back in my hometown would call an estafador. He just stop looking. He just didn't seem very genuine. And one of the things was the SEC didn't make him do that. They just cut it off by themselves.
Yeah.
He was like, we didn't have the money. Like, what do you mean you didn't have the money? That don't make sense. And then one of the things was, go ahead, Ray.
Chris didn't. What's his name? Chris
Cuomo.
Yeah. He didn't. One thing that was interesting about the interview is that he didn't actually agree or disagree with him. He didn't want him to talk about it. So I think there's some truth to it.
He kind of pushed back on it.
He never said. Well, no, he pushed back on them stopping trading.
Yeah,
but Chris also never addressed his point that legally they have to have certain amount of funds based on how much what they sell through their firm.
Yeah, because that seemed like something that was kind of there.
Yeah,
it wasn't like a law. It didn't seem like it was something that was law. Like
he said there was it was like a financial law where you have to have certain now, and I think that's why. And I think some more changes coming to Robinhood. That's why I think for like at least for cryptocurrency, they changed it to where your funds have to be settled.
Yeah.
Because there's a big difference of instant so Robinhood, you have the instant buying power, and then you have the actual settle, which means if I do like a bank transfer,
it's like using credit and debit, basically.
Yeah. So like if I bank transfer $100, Robinhood lets me use it right away. But at the end of the day, they can, if I didn't have it in the account, they can try to get it and it's not there, and I already have used it.
Yeah.
So they changed it so where it's already settled.
Did they change it for every?
They changed it for cryptocurrency.
Okay.
Which is Dodge and like what was going on with all that. They changed it.
Doge.
So but I honestly think after this, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually change it moving forward, at least for now, until everything settles down to where you can only purchase or use settled funds.
Yeah, it just sounds like a lot of con work going on.
No, I agree. They shouldn't stop them, but I don't think any firm should have stopped it. Webull shouldn't have, TD Ameritrade, like none of them should have.
Yeah, but it is what it is. I think more people use Robinhood, and then Robinhood's whole shtick was that they're Robinhood.
I think,
which is the opposite of what they did.
Yeah, I don't know if more people use Robinhood. I just think Robinhood has the social media demographic that uses it, so they're the ones that can really go social media.
You think Robinhood has less customers than Webull?
Webull's newer, so I would say no. Like Robinhood has more.
Who has more customers than Robinhood that you think of?
Who has more? Fidelity, Ameritrade, all the ones that have been around forever. Those are the ones that
did they stop
trade more money.
Did they stop trades?
TD Ameritrade did. Fidelity didn't.
I'm just saying, like, it seems like it's more of the little guy. Like regular people seem to use more Robinhood than Fidelity or anything like. Because you have to have a broker.
That's what I said. No, you don't. You don't need a Fidelity. They've changed. Robinhood changed that. You don't need like a broker for these anything.
Well, I mean,
so no. What they did is shady, and they shouldn't have done it. But I don't think any firm should have done it.
Yeah,
like in general, it shouldn't have happened with anybody. So. The news sites really took off this week with everything in general. Talking about just a short squeeze and everything of happening. Like I was watching MSNBC and I forgot the host. Some middle-aged host said this is like compared to what they're doing to hedge funds is like how they ride it at the White House. I mean, at the was it not White House?
Yeah, the Capitol. I definitely don't see that.
I don't see that.
That's a reach. Like, bro, let that go.
Yeah, like people are losing their jobs. I mean, the billionaires.
Yeah, like okay,
they know how to invest again.
Yeah. This is the type of publicity that I would think Bitcoin would have when you know that it's at an all-time high or whatever, And I don't think we've gotten that amount of publicity for cryptocurrency.
You mean when it was like a couple
no, I'm talking about like right now. Like
it's not an all-time high, is it?
Well, when it wasn't. You didn't get the publicity. When it was rallying, you didn't get this type of publicity. So I think once we get that type of publicity, then it's gonna go like even higher than where it can go without it, which is interesting.
I think the biggest difference though is that people are financially they're making money quicker and they're making money for a turnaround compared to Bitcoin, where you don't want that short. You don't want that pump and dump on Bitcoin.
Well, I think it's harder to do because it's more established.
I mean, there's still just a certain amount of coins available.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they release coins, there's more because Bitcoin hasn't released all their coins yet.
I
think they only have 18. Last time I checked, they have 18 million available, and they have 18 million they've released, but their cap is 21 million that they can actually release total.
Yeah.
So they're still holding some, which is good. That's what you want. You want them to hold. You don't want them to release all of them yet.
Yeah.
So,
But
we'll see. I hope so.
It's interesting. Definitely want to see how next week looks.
Ether had an all-time high this week.
Yeah, it keeps bumping up. It was like that, like I want to say a couple weeks ago.
It's getting those pumps because it's like all-time high, then it goes back to
I don't know about a pump.
Like, well, it's been very, very up and down. Like it hasn't been consistent.
Like when I think of a pump, I think of a pump like Doge. Y'all know why we here. We getting this thing to 80 cents, and then we getting out. Like, that's a pump to me.
When people said, "Let's get this to $1.50," I'm like, "Nah, y'all trip." Like I told you in the chat, my goal was 10 cents.
I was like, "All right, let's go."
Yeah,
and then I started seeing it dropping down from like what it hit 10 cents, right?
I don't remember hitting 10. If it did, it was like a boom. It was like
I saw it dropping at like 11 at night. I'm like, oh, time to go. Yeah. I did not stay in.
I honestly did expect 10 for that. I expected a lot of investors' price target was 10 cents.
Yeah.
Especially that late. I thought, our friends, in China would have helped a little bit, pump it up a little bit, but no, that didn't happen.
They're like, we don't do that here.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So supposedly there's a lot to it too. People couldn't purchase it to actually invest because of Robinhood changing, like, you have to have settled funds.
Yeah. So, and they're trying to pump it again, I think on the 4th or whatever. I think Doge, the cryptocurrency, is going to be harder to pump because it requires a lot of attention, a long attention span, and it's hard to keep people's attention that long to pump something.
It's unlimited. There's no cap. And also, like, you have these miners dumping it too as it pumps. So it just kind of dilutes it too.
I mean, it's Doge. It's a joke coin. I think it's already done.
But I mean, you say it's a joke, but everything about it is a real coin. The creation behind it is a joke, but it functions like a real coin.
It doesn't do anything.
No, but the way the coin works on the market, it's real. There's nothing.
It's when I say it's a joke coin, I mean it has no utility.
Yeah,
like you
that's
can
true.
make
It has
a
no
coin,
but
it's not like a real coin.
The market function of it's no different than others,
I guess.
I mean, yes. What's the market function that doesn't do compared to others?
Like when you say market function, what do you mean?
Like the way it's actually on. I don't know what's the like stocks that you're on the exchange, whatever is the altcoins are on, whatever the crypto's on.
There's not like a dedicated place where you can find every single altcoin. And
that's
the reason,
one thing I hate about.
Well, there's crypto. A reason because they're not adopted because they don't have a real value or a real utility.
Yeah,
Dogecoin is on a certain amount of places, and I don't even know why it's on that many. But that's why I say it's not a utility.
On the last pump, it got added to like 30 exchanges because of the popularity.
Yeah, so I just think it's more of like a novelty coin than
I'm just talking about like the way you play the market. It plays the same way as all the other coins.
I don't think so. I don't see it. But anyway, that's cool.
Yeah.
I guess
made a lot of thousandaires. Good job.
Yeah, I guess y'all have fun. Don't lose.
You were part of it. Don't.
Yeah, I got in. I got out. I'm back
out of I don't know how long that I've talked about it.
Yeah, I was in for
I was in
for a day.
You're like, I mean, finally, I'm like, where's my credit? You don't get no credit.
It doesn't make sense.
You know what? Like
it's a pump. Why wouldn't I get in on that action?
I know you said you would never invest in the joke.
I'm not investing. I'm just getting in to get out.
You made an investment on it.
Nah, I took a gamble.
It's an investment. A gamble is an investment. You don't know where it's gonna go.
I took a gamble. Anyway,
no credit.
But yeah,
no credit.
Definitely. If y'all are in there, get out. You should have got out.
I mean,
yesterday.
At this point, is it get out or just right away? Like it's
like I saw some of the groups that I'm in. They were like, "Buy the dip, bro. It's a black hole. There's no dip. Like it's going down. I don't understand. There doesn't look like there's any support in that sand trap.
0.02. So
yeah, it's a deflating tire right now.
Yeah,
get out.
I'm gonna put if it goes down more. I am gonna put a little bit more.
That's ridiculous.
Just to see what happens, because it's already happened 3 times where in 5-6 months it's gonna get pumped for some reason.
It hasn't pumped like this before.
No, it hasn't.
The most it's pumped has been like what 3 cents.
Yeah, but it was a lower buy-in at that point.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know what I mean?
you gotta start somewhere.
So like point 0.3 got bumped to like was it like a cent, and then dropped down to like 0.5 or 6, then 0.5 or 6 got bumped to like 1 point something. So you're doubling
Yeah.
it. So now I think it's gonna ride like the 1 cent for a while, and then we'll
Okay.
see what happens.
We won't. You will.
I will.
I don't care.
So I'm not gonna let you know on the next climb.
I turn off all my
All
Doge
right.
notifications.
I'm gonna let you on the next climb. I'm not gonna let you know.
You didn't let me know this
Yes,
one.
I
I
did.
saw it's the
Bruh.
same groups that you
Oh.
saw. Doesn't make sense.
Now we indifferent.
Nah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's don't lose your shirts. Switching to the music. What was your January album of the month?
Logic or
Gay.
Dr. D.
You gay. I mean, you happy. What do you mean, Dr. D? Is that one of your flicks?
That's what he goes by, Dr. D. That's what the album's about.
Oh, you're talking about Dr. Destruction, the
Yeah.
artist. I thought you meant like some type of performer.
No, I love it.
Dr. D.
I really don't remember any great albums
Yeah,
from January.
that was
What's yours?
mine too. It was either gonna be that one, but before that one came out, it was gonna be Jasmine Sullivan's.
Was
Lil-
that in January?
Yes, we reviewed
Mm.
it this month. Yeah, I definitely think, and that was a mixtape, but it was like an album. It was a full length project,
Yeah.
so it was my favorite.
I know we argue a lot on, not argue a lot. We talk a lot on. There's no such thing as mixtapes, but that was
That was
on
a
the
mixtape.
release. It wasn't yet. I heard it on YouTube, SoundCloud. Like it's
Yeah,
it's
you had to do some work to hear it,
yeah.
and that to me is a mixtape.
I had to listen to an ad to hear it. So
If I got to go to Dat Piff, it's a mix. Well, yeah, it's closer to a mixtape than an album because people be putting it on Dat Piff and Apple Music, but this was just on Dat Piff. It wasn't on Apple Music. So yeah, album of the month goes to Logic or Dr. Destruction. I got to do some due diligence, figure out if that's really him.
it's him.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to.
He didn't really stay retired. Some people just can't give it up. And then Lil Durk, the Voice album, that
Deluxe.
dropped. I didn't listen to it. You had messaged me. You were like, "Did you listen to The Voice?" I thought it was like the show. Dropped the.
That'll be a weird message for me. Like
I thought the show dropped a soundtrack. Did you like it?
yeah, I liked it.
Is because I saw some of the songs. There's one about Kanye on there, right? Like a Kanye title, Crazy Kanye or something like that.
I think that was on the actual. That wasn't on the deluxe one.
Okay.
I only listened to the 12 new songs.
Okay, you're okay. And there was a video on that, and he did like the Taylor Swift thing.
I haven't seen any of the videos.
Oh,
I listened to Spotify. No video.
oh, damn.
How'd you not listen to it but watch the videos?
I came across. I don't know.
How we on opposite ends here?
Do you think he's trying to cross over as an artist? Because he did the song with Drake, and that
Mhm.
wasn't like a hood feature. That was what he said. He'll shoot people, but it didn't feel like he meant it.
I think so. There was a song on there. Love You had a featuring Sydney August or something like that. Like
Yeah.
that was very like R&B
Yeah.
ish. So I'm like, oh, that was my favorite song from the deluxe songs.
Is he the best Chicago rapper right now?
Yeah.
You don't know any
Yeah.
Chicago rappers that come
Yeah.
to mind.
Yeah.
Well, I
nothing else
mean, I don't count Kanye or Chance or Common. I don't count those as like Chicago
No.
rappers because they're at a different.
Like,
you know what people
yeah,
mean when they
I know
say
what
that.
you're talking about. I know
like
what you're talking about.
drill rap and stuff. You know.
Yeah. So I was
Chief
saying,
Keef.
yeah.
Okay. Lucky Day.
Hey, we can't hear in the headphones. I don't know if you're turned on.
That's the problem.
There you go.
Y'all ever hear Lucky?
Lucky Day?
Lucky's from Chicago. I don't know who Lucky. I just Lucky. I listen to him.
Is he a Christian rapper? I think.
Nah,
That's Kanye.
Oh,
that's a good Chicago rapper though.
really? Is he
Lucky.
like conscious rap?
I wouldn't say so.
Really? That's weird because I know it's a
Lucky
lot
Day.
of
Yeah.
Lucky Day. That's what I said,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
I thought he was a Christian rapper. Maybe I'm thinking of the
Could
other
be.
guy.
There's so many names out there now.
His name was popping up a lot this week. Did he drop something?
not that I know. I don't know.
No,
Lucky.
not that I know of. Not Lucky, but I need to
Uh,
find out about Lucky Day then.
Oh, they're two different people.
Yes.
Oh,
Wait,
never
so
mind.
Lucky and Lucky
I
Day are
thought-
two different?
Yeah, I thought you something.
Oh,
It's like the dang boogie thing.
too many boogies.
That's crazy. But yeah, I'll probably check that out.
Surprised there's more than one Lucky.
I'm not. It's just one of those things. And then what'd you give this album?
Give it a 7.
Okay, I gotta give it my due diligence. I'll give it a DD. And then Party Next Door. Colors, spelled. I don't think that's how you spell colors.
Nah,
There's no U.
he sounded it out. He
Yeah,
sounded out with the accent.
it
or
was something
something.
about the placement of that U that just didn't sit right with me.
First, I thought, is this the Euro spelling of it? I'm
Yeah,
like, I
I'm
still
like,
don't look right. Euro
I just don't like
spelling.
looking at it. It's one too many letters, and it hurts my head. What'd you think about it?
It was expectations. Like, he doesn't release anything that's like chart topping, and
Yeah.
he doesn't release like bottom of the barrel stuff. For me, I know for you don't like
Yeah,
him.
he's a
It was
terrible
just
artist.
like, I don't know, like he's just, it was what I thought. He had the first song on here that was just horrible. I think he forgot the effects on it or
Yeah.
something, but overall it was a decent album. I gave it a 7. It was my expectations.
Yeah, I don't like Party Next Door. I feel like he does the same song a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think he can sing with or without autotune.
So I agree where it does sound a lot of the same, and he reminded me of like when I was listening to Lil Durk and like Money Man, right?
Yeah.
As in, these are artists that I can listen to, but like I want them to stay under like that 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, you know what, you're good, but give me 30 minutes and then like I won't complain.
Yeah.
But like, so that's why when I was listening to his album, I'm like, shit, like it's an hour, and Lil Durk was like an hour and like 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, but he put what he did is he released the deluxe, but he put the original album on there also.
Yeah.
So I just listened to the
A lot of
12.
people are doing that this year.
Yeah.
I feel like every other week somebody's doing that.
So I just listened to the new ones. The new ones was like 30 some minutes. I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's all I need
Yeah.
for now.
Did you get a different listening experience since they like chopped it up like Division's album? Or did you notice?
No, I noticed it.
Did it give you like a different experience? Or
No.
It's weird because you would notice it,
No.
but it's still the same.
Well, no, because like Division did it like a con, like
yeah,
they changed the name. Like that's what got me. Is they changed the name because like unless you know the artist like discography by heart, I'm talking about the songs on it. Like if they tell you, hey, Division dropped an album called Muse, it sounds like a part 2 to the first one, which is, was it a Muse?
Yeah,
was it
a Muse to her or something like that.
And this one's just Muse, right?
Yeah,
it sounds like, you know, part 2, and then so unless you know the songs by heart, you're not gonna know. It's like they added like 80% of the songs on that was the, you know, old songs.
Yeah,
like with this, at least they labeled it the deluxe, so I already know to look for half the songs.
So the Party Next Door was the deluxe too. That's what I'm saying.
Think so. No,
because he did the thing like Division, not Lil Durk. Party Next Door had it like labeled kind of like Division's album. It was like separated.
Oh, mine wasn't labeled like that.
What you got?
Spotify. Because my Division was labeled like that, but this one wasn't.
That's weird. But yeah.
So how many songs is it showing yours?
It's probably the same amount.
Because mine's only 8 songs.
I think it's the same amount.
So what's the recycled ones?
Well, no, I'm saying like I don't know if he did that because it was what you call it, like Division, where he used like old songs and stuff. Let me see.
He's looked at. I want to look into that feature at Cash Out. I like the feature a lot. I want to look into him.
Is that the one we came into?
No, we came into the Travis Scott one.
That was so he was singing on their Division. I mean, not Division. Party Next Door, and he sounded like The Weeknd to me. Like until he started singing.
Well,
more.
Drake lost The Weeknd, so he's like, I'm gonna make one.
But it was like until he started singing more, he sounded like The Weeknd, and then I was like, oh, it's Party Next Door. You see how it's like Colors 1 and then Colors 2, but it's 8 songs.
Yeah.
So it's weird how he did that. Right. I don't know.
But Spotify and Apple need to fix this shit. Like, come on. Like,
yeah, I feel like OVO artists just can do whatever they want. They drop whatever.
Like Drake did not proofread anything. Like he just
I think Magic Jordan's probably the best artist on the label.
He hasn't done nothing in a minute, right?
Yeah, and I think that helps. I think him, then I go Division, and then I go Party Next Door. Everybody else, I don't think they have any other people.
But I think he's the most different on the album, on the label.
Party Next Door?
No,
Magic Jordan? Yeah. And I think they're a group too.
Yeah, there's 2 of them.
Just like Division. Division is not a group, right?
No, but isn't one named Jordan, the other one named Magic?
MAJID. Yeah, so they're probably the best ones on the label. And then So you gave that one a 7?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna give that one a DD as well. I gotta do my due diligence. It's probably a 3, but I just want to be fair to him.
No big crit ratings here.
Yeah. And then Amanda Bynes, she's been in the studio cooking up
Should be
tracks.
the next Nicki Minaj, bro.
You know what's weird? She's been super low key ever since like her show ended. She was on Nickelodeon, I believe, the Amanda Bynes show. It
Mhm.
wasn't on Disney.
It was on Nick.
Yeah.
Shows and all that, and the Amanda Bynes show.
Nickelodeon stars move different.
Then Disney,
Yes.
like Disney stars, like
They end up on OnlyFans.
Like-
That's so crazy.
and I think this is me, growing up with them and my kids is watching, is Disney has like steps for them because you have your shows, but Disney does movies and stuff, so they're able to
And then they have albums
like-
and all this stuff.
like Disney's able to kind of
ring
like, what's
every
it-
ounce of
but
work out of them.
they're able to grow up with them because they can move them to like you have like Disney movies that are made, Disney shows made for teens and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So Nickelodeon, like after your kid shows, what is it now?
But I think a lot more sound-minded people have come from Nickelodeon. Keenan and Kel was on there, right?
Yeah.
You got Amanda Bynes.
Are you including her in the sound-minded people?
Yeah, like she hasn't done anything crazy. Well, she got a face tat, but hey, who
She
doesn't
just
have?
didn't she go to? She's on a conservative. She can't control her money.
She's on
She
a what?
just on a conservative. She can't control her money. Or
What does that
anything.
mean? Like Britney
The-
Spears?
Yeah, she's on.
Britney
one.
Spears is on Disney, right?
Yeah,
They
she's on
cancel
Disney.
each other out. I haven't heard
You
that.
didn't even
though.
know. You didn't read the article.
I
Then
didn't-
they talk about it.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, she's on one. So
This
because
is E-News
because she
like,
wanted to get married, but
Yeah.
it has to be approved since she's on that.
That's so crazy.
And then she just came out of. She's talking about how she just came from rehab.
I mean, who doesn't need a break every now and
I'm
then?
just saying you
I don't
put her in the
understand.
stable.
Like mental health is running rampant
is.
right now.
I
So now
agree.
you bashing her for going
No,
to checking
it's
into
good
rehab.
for her. I'm just saying she's not on the same level as Keenan and Kel.
Why not?
She's
I
not
don't
on the same
understand.
level.
That doesn't make sense. Anyway,
But I agree with
like
you, Keenan
damn,
and
you
Kel.
bashing them.
I agree with you, Keenan and Kel.
Keenan
They're
Thompson
Yeah.
off of SNL. He's
just
good.
said I agree with you on Keenan and Kel.
They were a group, but then individually you got to count them again.
Yeah.
Like when they're not together.
Now Kel's isn't. He's a Christian. He does like these like Christian shows
Yeah.
and all this, and then he's also on a Nickelodeon show.
Carlton from Fresh Prince. He's good.
He's from Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
What show?
It was a young one.
What
You
show?
probably won't remember it.
It was a guest appearance on your
Nah,
County Day.
he was one of them kids in the picture. Anyway, but
What
yeah,
about Drake and Josh from Nickelodeon?
I never watched that.
What?
You talking about Degrassi Drake?
No, Drake and Josh, the show, the Step Brothers.
I never watched it.
with Drake
A
Bell
Boy
and
Meets
Josh
World was Disney.
Disney. Yeah.
You see, he's having trouble. So yeah, I
What's
mean,
his name again?
Shia LaBeouf. I think he got in
Bro,
trouble.
Shia LaBeouf is good now.
Nah, he just got in trouble for beating somebody up.
Bro, they came at him. What do you want him to do? It's COVID. He
Let
want
me
no one to
see.
touch him.
Yeah, I think he in jail right
Bro,
now.
Shia LaBeouf made it to Sway, and he did the
FKA
You know-
Twigs is suing him for abusive relationship.
What? Who? AKA Twigs?
Yeah, she used to go by Twigs, but then she got sued because some another artist was called Twigs. She go by FKA Twigs,
FKA.
like
Twigs.
formerly known as
Isn't
Twigs.
FKA that like jazz dude?
No, FKA means formerly known as.
Oh,
How you not know that? I think I brought them up before. She can sing. I like her music, but
Shia LaBeouf made it to Sway, and he did the five styles
don't
of
bring
death.
that up. She called him a pathological liar. Disney, like, bro, Disney is hurting people.
What about Johnny Depp Disney?
He was
You're
on
gonna
Disney?
give that all the Pirates of the Caribbean?
No, I'm talking about kids on Disney. I'm not gonna like Johnny
Hey,
Depp been weird.
Justin came from Disney. He good.
I don't remember that.
Ryan Gosling came from Disney. He good.
He don't say nothing in his movies. He has bent up like anger.
But he's
and all
stable.
stuff.
He's good.
Nah, we don't
He
know
had
that.
he has a good movie career.
All he does is
So
look
you
at
have
people.
Justin Timberlake.
He doesn't have a good movie.
You
career.
have Ryan Gosling. You have what's it?
That's it.
Christina Aguilera came from Disney.
Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, she came from Disney.
How many shows she do?
She was on Mickey Mouse Club. What are you talking about?
That doesn't count.
That's a Disney show. So what cancels it out now?
Mickey
You
Mouse
make your
Club.
own rules
Mickey
now?
Mouse Club is a car wash. You go in
No, I can't. Do
and you
this.
don't come back. Like I'm talking about
you hear this
repetitive
shit? Chris
shows.
is making up his own.
Boy
shit
Meets
again.
World. That's a real show, and it
Mickey
ruined
Mouse
them.
Club wasn't a real show,
No. If it comes on when you're asleep, it's not a real show.
bro.
If it's in black and white, it's not a real show.
I'm trying to see. Okay, so Disney, you have Vanessa Hudgens, you have Ashley Tisdale, you have
Didn't Vanessa Hudgens come from
no, she came from Disney.
American Idol?
No, she came from Disney she did the those High School Musicals.
Those don't count,
Bro, what?
because that's not vintage Disney anymore. That's new
But
Disney,
they're
because they
grown
got
up now.
lawsuits now.
Now they're grown up. What are you
Nah.
talking about? You have
You talking
Damn,
about you about
who's-
to go to him, aren't
who's
you?
the main dude from
Yep,
High School
you're
Musical?
going there.
What's his name?
I don't know no more.
Bruh.
I'm not gonna help you.
Yeah, Victor. What's his name? Can we look him up?
Victor doesn't know.
Zac Efron.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Zac
Zac Efron got an old person body. Like, it's ridiculous what they're doing to these kids.
Bro,
I'm just
he's
saying.
stable. He's good.
He's not stable.
I gave you like 5 more names than you gave me for Nick.
He's built like Tom Cruise.
No, give me more names from Nick.
Nickelodeon builds quality, not quantity.
I'm asking you for examples.
Bro, I gave you Keenan and Kel.
That's it.
No, Keenan.
And Kel.
Kel.
No, you gave me 2. I want
Amanda
more examples.
Bynes.
She's not. I'm not gonna throw her in the stable.
That doesn't make sense.
No.
She had a whole show. All that. She had her own show. Like, yeah, she put in
No.
work.
Well, wait,
Keenan
'cause
Thompson.
You
What?
already said all this.
No.
Nobody said Ariana Grande yet. That's a good. That's
She-
There you go.
Nickelodeon.
You see?
Yeah, now
Man,
she's
Victor
making
had to come help
now
you.
she's making sex albums. I don't know if that helps.
Victor had to help you, bro.
She dropped a project called Positions. Okay.
Selena Gomez from Disney, also.
I don't know. I don't know. I think she has like a thing. I don't know. But yeah,
Demi Lovato's from Disney,
I don't know her.
bro. You know her.
I don't listen to her like that.
But
But
I
anyway,
don't know if she's stable with all
I-
those memes.
I think did you listen to the snippet?
No, I don't listen to them. I watched was it on the page you sent?
I think so. I didn't listen to it.
I didn't listen to it.
Anyway.
I watched the video that was on the page that talked about what I mentioned that you didn't know about.
Yeah, so she got a little samplet coming out. It's a song, a sneak peek, called Diamonds or something. I was reading the lyrics to it. I thought it was gonna be good, but it doesn't look good because it was like the song is
Why
called.
would you think it would be good?
I don't know. I give people the benefit of the doubt. Some of the lyrics are diamonds, diamonds, diamonds on my neck, on my wrist / diamonds, diamonds, diamonds on my fist. Yeah, I whip.
I don't know.
Yeah, I hope
Trash.
I'm anticipating her using
Did
the
she used
T-Pain
to,
thing.
Did she used to sing?
No,
Because you know how like all
No.
those childhood stars for some reason had a damn album,
You know, I would take mumble rap from Amanda Bynes.
bro. That would be funny.
I would take mumble rap because mumble rap really hides a lot of like insecurities in
Insecurity.
somebody's songs.
That
Um,
they hide, your delivery.
Yeah,
they hide the lyrics.
yeah. As long as it's like a trap beat, I probably
Yeah.
listen to it.
Diamonds on my wrist.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Nickelodeon. Natalie Portman, Nickelodeon.
What show?
Daniel Radcliffe, Nickelodeon.
What show?
Daniel Radcliffe,
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
No, you excluded the High School Musical, but you're taking the like major motion picture.
Jodie
movies.
Foster, Nickelodeon.
What movie? What show?
Hannibal.
That's dude. This is what you do. You
Freaking-
change. No, you change the way the questions
No,
into your favor.
I'm going down the list. Christian
You
Stewart.
haven't given me one show from where
Christian
back then.
Stewart.
What show?
It doesn't have to be a show. It could be a
What movie?
Nickelodeon movie.
What movie?
Twilight.
So again, you won't take High School Musical, but you'll take Twilight.
Yes,
That makes no sense.
freaking Josh Brolin.
What movie?
Thanos. Like, what are you talking about? You don't know anything.
No, what Nickelodeon? How did Nickelodeon make them?
What? What are you talking about?
Aren't you going over like Nickelodeon
Yes, I'm
stars?
saying like that's where they got their start. Fucking Thanos, bro.
What show was he on when he was smaller with Nickelodeon?
Why you keep talking about shows? We talking
'Cause
about movies. We not
you-
putting kids in the
You
skillet.
took movies out the door with Disney.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Which one?
Oh my god, we're going in circles
Exactly.
here. Victor, do you
High
hear this
School
shit?
Musical is not a movie.
What do you mean? It came out in theaters.
Didn't it start as a show?
It came out in theaters. No,
Didn't
sorry,
it-
it's a movie.
Okay, no, that's a show. It's actually a play. If we're being honest here, it's called High School Musical. So it sounds like a play to me. So yeah, it's not a movie.
It's a movie.
No, nah,
Yeah, I can watch it on Netflix. It's a movie.
that's not true. Anyway, but yeah, shout out to Amanda Bynes. Lil Uzi said he want to work with her. I think he's trying to get over Rihanna dating dating ASAP Rocky. He's trying to smoosh.
I need some new music from both y'all. Like
He dropped one last year. I didn't like it.
who ASAP?
No, oh, you're talking about ASAP.
I'm talking about ASAP and Rihanna. They both.
Oh
need new
damn!
music.
I'm talking about Amanda Bynes and Lil Uzi.
I'm over that. Like
Wow.
you still on that? We didn't
Okay.
talk, like I thought this was just a hit topic and
Nah.
move on.
Nah, we had to get into it. But yeah, I think another reason why she should do Mumble is if she's gonna work with Lil Uzi.
You still all this shit.
If she's gonna work with Lil Uzi,
Throwing money, man. Throwing like
nah, we good. But yeah, I think I listened to it, maybe like a samplet.
It was literally on the page. You said you didn't.
I would listen to it. Like it was a sample. It was like a sneak peek. I don't know why she's doing that. Like okay.
She's used to movies, so a trailer.
Yeah,
It's like a
that
trailer.
makes sense. But yeah, shout out to her. And then before we get into sports, did you want to get into the advertisement?
Sure.
Okay. I guess I'm reading it. Natural Heights CBD, stress, anxiety, PTSD, insomnia. Check out Natural Heights for your CBD needs. Gummies, flour, oil, lilation. Go to
Lotion, bro.
lotion. Go to dash 880 Nacogdoches Road and tell them Pub Sports Radio sent you. Arrow, 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 arrow.
I was like, what are you talking about? Because like that's the first one you read that wasn't like sports or like a Built Bar.
Well, CBD, it gets people right.
Yeah.
Like if
Those
you
gummies. The first time I had those gummies.
if
I
you're
was like,
struggling with mental health, not like Kyrie, but like a real mental health, you get some CBD. Come on down.
What do you think about the CBD for the pets? Have you seen it?
I'm not giving my dog that.
No, like they make it.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Remember what's his name? Baby Bash. He was like, I gave it to my dog.
think
and
he
it
did
saved
say
his
that.
lives. He said it added years to him.
How do you know that? Like, do you know when your dog's gonna die? How do we put a number on that?
I would say if I was him, like the vet says he was sick and now he's doing better. You don't know what he added. You know what I mean? You don't know.
I mean, isn't that how like getting sick and getting better works though?
Well, he said he didn't give him the medication the vet prescribed. He just gave him CBD.
So why did you even take him to the vet?
You still want to know what's wrong, bro?
Why?
You ain't gonna guess.
Like if you have it in your head, I'm just gonna give him CBD anyway. Like no,
These
pills.
I ain't him. I don't know, but
I don't
I
know.
just know what he told us. So
yeah, we need to get him on the show. We had him on the show. That was a good show.
yeah, we had him on the show.
Yeah, first time interviewing a celebrity.
Yeah, it was on a previous show that we're no longer associated
Yeah.
with. We can't mention that. We don't own copyright.
Yeah, we
for
don't
it.
we don't get no coins for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, switching the spots. Joel Embiid. I know the game happened a while ago, but like when they played the Lakers, he got injured by LeBron.
LeBron should have been thrown out, suspended.
Did you think it was a flagrant, or do you think he should have got ejected?
I think he should have got ejected.
Why?
Bro, it literally looked like he pushed him.
It didn't look like he pushed
and he was
him.
in the air. Yes, it did.
You didn't watch it,
Bro, you're biased against LeBron. I'm not.
I watched
No,
every
biased.
angle from every Sony phone that was there, and it didn't look like he pushed him. It looked
Bro,
like
he pushed him. He went up
Okay.
in the air and he went like that. Like, come on.
he pushed him with both hands, both open hands.
He pushed him.
He took his hands and pushed them forward.
Yes, he pushed
Okay,
him forward.
that's how I know you didn't watch it. So
Bro, he went in the air and he had the hands like that. What
I
are you talking about?
actually downloaded the video in several different angles, and I put it on like a 4 screen so I could see from
at the
every
same
angle.
time, we're able to pause it, play it.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
I also have a zoom in feature because the
Zoom in
Sony
feature.
products allow you to do that.
Your TV, Sony?
No,
So what'd you watch it on then? If you had Sony products,
I'm talking about something else. It's
you
above
said you
your
downloaded it and watched
it's
it on
above
there.
your pay grade.
So you're watching your little phone,
Don't ask big questions.
but you don't have a Sony TV or a Sony phone. So what you watch it
Anyway,
on?
I got Sony headphones, so I
So
could
you
I could
watched it?
hear the clarity.
It was
of,
nasty. Did you hear that replay when
No.
he fell?
yeah, he's a big boy. So let me finish.
Oh.
So
It
anyway,
was like
if you look at it, Marc Gasol is pushing him forward, and like he's coming at LeBron in the air. He's like 8 times LeBron's height and size. So what am I gonna do? LeBron pushes his elbows up to like try to brace him, but like he went back and fell. Ain't my fault, bro. You could have ended my career. Big ass. You ever have Shaq step on your ankles? That's basically the equivalent of it. So I don't think,
Shaq's, that's the equivalent of it.
absolutely, Joel Embiid is a huge person. He definitely don't take his diet seriously. So no,
Bro, he pushed him with his hands. You
Nah.
did not watch
his
the
hands are
replay.
open. His
Watch
hands
it
are open
right now. Watch it right now.
Let me see.
He pushed him with his hands. I don't know what you're talking about.
Can you rewind it?
Where's the elbow?
Pause.
Look,
Exactly.
there's
like
no
both
elbow
hands.
in that.
Both hands. I'm talking about Mark Gasol
You
used his
just
elbow and pushed
said-
him forward.
You just said LeBron pushed him with his elbow.
No, I said LeBron did not push him. I said he
LeBron
braced
pushed
him.
him.
I said, did he push him with both
LeBron
his
did
hands
not
open?
brace him.
It looked
LeBron
like
had
he
his
braced
hands
him.
there.
You weren't even there.
LeBron, you weren't either.
I felt
LeBron
like I
should have
was
been
because
thrown out of the game.
of how clear those Sony
LeBron should
cameras
have been
were.
thrown out of the game. Done.
Anyway, it was weird because they said this was his third flagrant in like 25 years. That's pretty
Should have
cool.
been an ejection.
We know he's not a dirty player, so
He's not.
I think
He's not, but he should have been thrown out.
it was warranted. Sure, he was going in the face of the franchise. Like, why would? Well, no. Anyway, they did Embiid play another game? Because I know since that game they've had another game, but I don't know if Embiid is recovering or if he's playing.
That game was on Wednesday, right? They've
Yeah,
only
so
had one other game since then, and let me look. I can look at the stats.
And they're playing like
Yeah, he
every
played.
other day.
He played.
What 1, 2? They're playing like 3 to 4 games a week.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. It feels like a lot more games than usual. Did he play? So he was faking. Big ass, get up. Nothing was wrong with him.
He never said like it was going to end his career. All
He was
said,
flopping.
all he said was that I should have been. It was because it looked intentional.
He just wants LeBron to get that, and so that they can stack up like Draymond.
Doesn't matter who won the game. 76ers.
What?
76ers won the game.
Yeah, I don't think AD played.
Doesn't matter. A win's a win.
I mean,
76ers won.
yeah, but I
Don't
think
break down the loss.
what?
Why are
No,
you bringing
I
down
thought
the
that's
loss?
why you brought it up.
No, it's just it doesn't matter. They got the win. Move on.
Oh.
76ers got the win.
I think the Lakers, the Mavs, the Heat. Well, I don't really blame the Heat, but I think those contenders are in a slump right now.
The Mavs are more than a slump. They can't figure they can't figure it out, man. Their offense is bad right now. Like they're not making anything, man. It's tough watching them. Like they'll go through stretches where it's like bucket after bucket is just like
That's
wide left,
that's what
wide.
a
It's just
slump is.
no, like
How's that not a slump?
because they haven't even been on a winning streak. There's no winning streak. Like
Oh,
you need a slump is you need a high for a slump. Like where's the winning streak for it to be a slump?
oh, they play today. They play the Suns.
Yeah.
Damn, the Suns got a better record than them. That's embarrassing.
Shout out! I told you the Suns was going to be in the playoffs.
Well, I'm not saying the Suns are going to be in the playoffs.
You didn't like them as my pick. I said they were like my sleeper pick.
to make the playoffs. I think,
No, to have a good run because I thought
what does
Chris
that mean?
Paul would have been like really good second round of the playoffs.
Does Chris Paul ever get out of the second round?
get out of second round? I don't
Mister
think
does
so.
more with less. Like, okay,
What do you do? No Clippers? No, nothing.
yeah. I mean,
Houston was it?
think
Didn't
it
they go
was-
to conference finals with Houston? No,
no.
I don't even know.
And then when they did go, I don't think he was there yet. So yeah, CP3 though, he's that guy.
But still, I'm saying that the improvement from last year, they didn't make the playoffs.
I don't think they're making the playoffs this year.
They are.
Nah, they are slowly slipping. They were number 1 in the West, and now they're number 7. Couple more, and then my
Yeah.
point will be proven.
I think the Grizzlies are gonna. I think these stats are a little weird because the Grizzlies didn't play for like 2 weeks because they had the all COVID thing.
Yeah, Grizzlies.
So I think their game totals completely. How
Close.
much lower is their game total compared to others?
they've played. Let me see, where are they? They're 7-6. They've played 13 games.
Compared to everyone's up to what 18, 19?
Yeah, but it's not just them. There's that one. I want to say I had it. That was gonna be one of my topics.
They have the most missed in the West.
Yeah, but there's other teams that are like hurting right now. They were talking about that. So do you think they're gonna make them play make up those games somehow?
They're supposed to.
But they were also saying because the Olympics is coming, they I mean if I don't see them being like that great. So is there like why? You know?
You mean why make up the games?
Yeah.
Because that wouldn't be fair just to the other teams.
But what else can you do?
Look at them right now. They're in the playoffs right now with like 8 less games, or like 5, 6 less games.
I had it saved somewhere. But I mean, because of COVID, it's a wild thing. So if you make up those games with who, wouldn't that mean other teams play more?
No, because those games were postponed. So those other teams are playing less because they didn't play the game.
But it's not all the teams that are postponed though. Man, where is it?
All their opponents are 1 game less now.
So the Wizards, they've postponed 6 games. Grizzlies have postponed 6 games. Celtics have postponed 3 games, and the Suns have postponed 3 games. So do you think?
Yeah,
you think they're gonna make up 100% of those games?
No, I think they're gonna. I don't know. I think it depends on where they are. I think if there's like
the Portland thing.
No, I think if there's like just say like the average behind a team is like 3 games.
Yeah.
But Memphis is like at 6 or 7. They're gonna make them at least make up 4 games to get to the average. You know what I mean?
No, because then are there 4 teams with the same or similar record than you that have played that many games?
No, what they would do is they would literally go to the games that were postponed, and they would make up those games because they had scheduled games. You know what I mean?
4 times though.
I'm just saying, depending on what the average miss is. Like it's not fair for them to miss out. Like right now, it's not fair that they didn't have to play as many games and they're in the playoffs if the season ended right now.
I guess.
Because look what happens. Look what happened. Say, for example, this would have happened to Phoenix like 2 weeks ago. They would be high in the standings right now.
Yeah, I guess.
And then like it just depends. That's why I say it's not fair. Like they have to make up something.
Yeah. So
we're thinking of Utah right now, man. 10-game win streak. They took first.
I saw that. Did you? No, that was Nuggets last year. Utah and Nuggets are so similar to me,
color wise, and just
and
they're in the same region. They're just
records seem to be similar last year, but it looks like they've swapped places with the Nuggets this year. Or because the Nuggets are 5th, Jazz are 1st. That's I don't think that's gonna last. But 11 win streak. Who have they played? Let's talk. Let's dig into their.
They played Mavericks twice.
They played the Knicks. They've played the Warriors, Pelicans twice, the Hawks, the Cavs, the Pistons, the Knicks again, the Bucks. I mean, their record could be inflated.
The Bucks is a nice win.
I think their record could be inflated because it looks like they've played more easier teams than hard teams.
I mean, in the NBA, a win streak like that's hard to do regardless. Just ask, the Nets and the Lakers. You lose. I mean, the Lakers lost to the Pistons.
They've been playing a lot of good basketball though.
But I'm just saying, like, it's hard to have a high win streak like that. It doesn't matter because that means every night you just have to bring it. Like I said, as an example, the Cavs beating the Nets and then Detroit beating the Lakers. You have off nights, so that means they haven't had an off night.
Back-to-back off nights though for the Nets. Do you think?
I agree.
So LeBron so far, speaking of the Lakers, he's played, I want to say, every game. Do you think he should take a game off?
Yeah.
If you look around the canvas, a lot of other franchise players are taking breaks. KD took a night off. Kawhi and Paul George on the same night took the night off. They may have had a stake. AD's taking the night off. I think LeBron should definitely take a break.
But also, LeBron's playing his lowest average of minutes before.
Yeah, but he's still carrying a lot of like workload. It looks like because AD, I think he's not for some reason clicking just yet, so he's still putting up a lot of work. And his averages does show that as well. He's like a couple of minutes off his average from last year, and his points are like a couple points away. So he's still doing the same amount of work, just a couple minutes break. So I definitely think he should take a break because, he's trying to get in the playoffs. You don't want to do all this work just for MVP, bro. You got it. Who's gonna beat you in MVP? Joel Embiid?
KD.
Nobody's talking about KD. KD has 2 other superstars. Don't give me KD. Because when LeBron had other players and he was on like the Heat or he was on the Cavs with crazy Kyrie or Love, they're like, nah, he has them. Or even Steph, they're like, nah, he has KD and Kyrie. I mean, KD and the other guy.
Clay.
Yeah, no way he could win it. You know, that was the excuse. So I don't think KD should get it just because it's a feel good story, and he don't take care of his hair. So
You know, America loves a comeback story.
is it a comeback story, bro?
He was injured.
You racked up all these other talents. It would have been more impressive if he would have did it just with him, Kyrie. That's a good comeback story.
Well, they got Harden because they didn't know if they have Kyrie.
He's well insulated right now. So, I mean, there should be no excuse. But yeah, I don't know. Interesting stuff. And then Jake Paul, his new fight's coming out. Are you interested?
That's not the one that was gonna fight Tyson, right?
Nobody was gonna fight Tyson.
The one that they, I mean, the
Dang, I got
Mayweather.
it. No, that's Logan Paul. That's his brother. That's the one. Jake Paul.
Like, I don't like. I understand they're brothers, but it makes it worse. They look alike. Like,
Yeah,
they don't. They look like almost twins. Like,
yeah. That's racist of you though. It's
what?
like a stereotype.
That they look alike.
Yeah.
How's that?
All people of that ethnicity don't all look alike.
I'm talking about them in particular. Well, I don't know how much attention this is gonna draw, but
So he's supposed to be fighting
MMA, right? An MMA guy.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up his name.
It's in the list.
No, it was like a Facebook, what you call it? It was a Facebook link, and I can't pull it up. So he's supposed to be fighting some UFC fighter. Damn, I can't find it. Anyway, so he's supposed to be fighting him, and I looked it up. Apparently, that's like the worst UFC fighter to pick. So I guess that helps him, but I don't think he's gonna win.
You don't think he's gonna win?
No,
But they're gonna do it boxing.
yeah, but still, like you're not fighting like an amateur anymore. You're fighting somebody with a fighting background. So I think this is gonna be a little harder. KSI was one person. That's like
What's his name? Ben Askren.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm just saying. Yeah, he has like funny hair, right? He has a UFC face.
Yeah. UFC face.
Yeah, that's him.
Pretty
That's the guy. But yeah, I don't think he's gonna win. I hope the UFC guy wins. Like that's embarrassing, bro. I think he's retired right now, or he's not fighting. So it should be interesting. I'm gonna watch it.
You gonna watch it?
Yeah, probably
If it's for free on YouTube.
Yeah, or if I go to Dave and Buster's, tell them I'm there for slots.
It's that popular.
Yeah,
Gonna be at Dave and Buster's.
Maybe
It's gonna be on one TV in the corner.
Man, I wonder how he's gonna sell that because last time he sold the Nate Robinson fight by being an undercard for Tyson.
Yeah,
I don't think he can sell it just by itself as like the main event unless he goes under Floyd Mayweather's card because nobody cared about that fight, so they had to postpone it.
true.
So that's gonna be interesting promoting wise.
It would be interesting. It would be a good promotion if you have both brothers on the card.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. That's a hot take. Y'all heard it here first. But yeah,
Hey Tyson, we're giving you ideas, bro.
you don't know anything about that UFC fighter, do you?
Nah. Do you?
No. I just know that he's not that good in his
But you're
craft.
still taking him over.
Absolutely. Like I can't beat him up. So yeah. And then Super Bowl, it's not tomorrow, but it's gonna be next week.
I don't think you had to state it like that.
Just for people who may have thought like
Most
Super Bowl's
people,
tomorrow.
I would think it's pretty standard to know that they take a week off.
I'm speaking to the people that aren't familiar with
mean
like
yourself?
because Super Bowl.
I had to correct you on the list.
That makes no sense. Anyway, so Super Bowl is not tomorrow. How well you're picking Kansas City because no, you didn't pick any of these teams actually.
Kansas City. It's on wax.
No,
before the season started, I picked Kansas City.
I don't know.
I did. You can go look and listen.
No, because I remember we talked about it and you said Kansas City versus the Cowboys.
Yeah, so I picked Kansas City.
I don't think you picked. Did you?
Yeah, I picked Kansas City.
All right, you probably did. It sounds logical, but you had Cowboys in the Super Bowl, so there's that. So I don't know.
So my pick's still live.
No, it's not.
I said Kansas City before the season started.
No.
Okay. What do you mean no?
That makes zero sense. So that's like me picking the Warriors because I'm a fan of their craft. And you'd be like, nah, you just picked them because they're the number one team.
I literally said they were gonna go to they're gonna win the Super Bowl.
Okay. Yeah. That's a great pick. Anyway, so do you think it'll be an upset if either one of those teams win?
How is an upset if you literally have a favored and then the underdog?
Like
That makes no sense.
no. So what was it? Who did Tom Brady? The Falcons. So
Yeah.
wouldn't it have been an upset if the Falcons beat the Patriots?
Yeah.
So do you see that with this situation? Do you see, like, without looking at bets or anything, is it an upset if Tampa Bay beats them or if
No,
Kansas City
because that's
beats
why
them?
you have a favored. That's what creates an upset. You have a favored team to win.
All right, who's the favorite? Who's the favorite?
Kansas City's favored to win.
So is it an upset if Tom Brady wins?
Yes.
God damn, why I gotta break it down to you? I don't think it
You
is.
said if either team. That makes no sense.
I don't think it's an upset because if
That's
either
stupid. Like
if
either
you
team.
if you think about what I'm asking you, I'm not asking about bets or like favorites or what other people are thinking. In my
it's
opinion,
only going to be upsetting to Kansas City fans if they lose. That's it. It's the only upset.
all right. So anyway, so in my opinion, I don't think there's an upset. Me personally, because Tom Brady is like one of the best quarterbacks ever. If he wins, then okay, it's not a surprise. If Kansas City wins, I'm not gonna be surprised either because there you have one of the best quarterbacks coming out. You know, that's what I mean by an
and
upset.
receiver core. Like that receiving core is ridiculous.
I think they're down. They got a lot of people that are gonna be out. I think their offensive line is gonna be hurt, but receiver, I get you, but they're gonna be a little impacted there.
Hill's just gonna be Hill, and he's gonna score.
Yeah, so I don't think this is probably gonna be one of the best football, like Super Bowl games that I've seen in a while, where it seems to be very balanced.
We haven't really seen him in the past, like you said.
Like one of the best. Like, what do you mean?
You're saying have you seen in a while?
Yeah,
You said earlier you haven't really seen many Super Bowls.
yeah. Like,
So I get it why it'll be one of the best.
I've only seen.
I
Like,
get it. I get what you're saying.
I've only seen like.
you haven't really seen any.
I've only seen like 9
And
out of like.
so you haven't really
the
much
rest
many.
of-
That's cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
you a hater.
I'm just saying, like you make no sense. But either one's an upset.
No, I'm saying I don't think if one wins over the other is going to be an upset for me. I'm not talking about like what are sports bettors saying, you know? I'm just saying like your personal opinion. If one team wins, do you think
Tom
it's
Brady
an upset?
wins? That's an upset.
Okay, I don't think so. Like he's expected to win. I think
He's
Kansas
not
City's
expected to win.
Okay, why do you say that? Because of what bets are saying?
Yes, literally.
That's what I'm
what everyone
saying.
goes by. Like
I'm saying, like, what do you think? Like,
I think Kansas City is gonna win.
Okay,
So if Tom Brady wins, that's gonna be an upset.
okay. So you're a Kansas City fan,
I want them to win. I'm not a fan.
but you said only
I'm
fans.
making an analytical.
No, you're
you know,
not.
I'm a Cowboys fan.
Okay.
I'm just picking a team to win the game.
Oh, I've done that before and got bashed.
Yeah,
Anyway,
because you don't have loyalty to your team.
Deshaun Watson, he's formally requested a trade, like I might do after this show. Where do you think he's going?
Bro, you have no trade stock. What am I gonna do? I can't send you anywhere.
Where do you think he's going? Because I said New York, and you were like, nah, nobody's going to New
if
York.
he wants endorsements, that's it.
That's what I said.
And at that point, then he's just throwing his career away when it comes to wins and stuff.
I think we're looking at New York right now because from what I see, they have a lot of capital to where they can go out and get some talent.
They have to get the talent.
Who wouldn't want to go to New York?
No one's there now.
Le'Veon went there.
How did that work?
Is he still there? No, he's with
He's with
Kansas
Kansas
City.
City.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Both Steelers are in the playoffs or in the Super
Yeah.
Bowl without Big Ben.
Hey, shout out to AB. I hear he's doing well. General manager speaking highly of him. Shout out to AB.
Yeah, they probably got him locked up. He probably got a chaperone and everything.
They said he's a mentor to the younger ones.
That's just a title. He stays away from them. Anyway, but yeah. So where would you think he would go? He would prosper at
Miami, the Colts, or those two, because those two are looking for a quarterback. I don't want to say another team that's not, because I think he would do amazing in New Orleans, but I'm talking about teams that I think are looking for a quarterback.
Yeah.
So I think the Colts are like a Miami.
When is Drew Brees going to announce his retirement? It's kind of been a little late, buddy. I think it's going to be after the Super Bowl.
You think so?
That way it doesn't take a lot of attention away from it.
Hopefully it doesn't do what Jason Witten did to the Cowboys.
Jason Witten retired.
The first time he retired.
What did he do?
He announced it the day after the draft. You're supposed to do it before the draft because then it understands what moves we need to make. We need to tie in.
He told them, he announced it to everyone else. Like
he announced it to everyone that he's trying after.
So you don't think
draft.
the organization knew?
No.
That's the Cowboys for you.
He did sign a one-day contract to retire as a Cowboy, so he's still one of my favorite of all time.
Right now?
What? Jason Witten.
But that was the first retirement,
Yeah, he retired this year again.
and he did the 1 day thing again.
He never did the 1 day. What are you
I
talking
thought you
about?
said he signed a 1 day contract
Yeah, but what do you mean again?
because he's retired twice.
Yes,
Are
the
you
first
talking about the
first time he was already a Cowboy,
Yeah.
so he retired.
Okay.
This time he was with Oakland.
Yeah. So you're saying he did it
signed
this time?
he signed a 1 day
Oh,
contract
okay.
to retire.
Really?
Yeah, just like DeMarcus Lawrence did too.
You think they did it for free?
Yeah.
Like what?
A lot of players do that for teams that they spent the majority of their career. Like even though DeMarcus Lawrence got a ring in Denver, he signed a 1 day contract Cowboys to retire a Cowboy.
That's weird.
Just like Allen Iverson signed a 1 day contract with the 76ers to retire.
Did Tony Parker do that
With the Spurs? Yeah.
He did.
Hmm.
That's interesting. I guess it's more popular than I thought. I've never.
It is.
I've never looked into that.
Normally, because that's where your fan, that's where your
Yeah.
your loyalty is and stuff. And I
Yeah.
think also players feel like there's better chances of them being in a, like, you know, every team has their Ring of Honor, their retired jerseys, because you retired as one of them.
Oh, I guess. But yeah, I think the Jets is a good place for him. Apparently, he's real good friends with James Harden, which explains everyone going
So
to
why do you
to
think
New York.
the Jets are a good place for him to win with what they have now?
Well, I'm not looking at what they have right now. I think,
You said they have a lot of capital,
yeah, to go out and get talent.
but how much of the capital they're going to be spending on Watson?
What's his contract?
30 something to 40.
I thought they had like 60 million in like capital, so that would leave him with like 40 or like 80.
I think it's in the
80.
30s. You just bumped them down to 20. We're gonna forget that 10 mil.
I think they have the capital, and it's weird. That's why I was saying earlier, a lot of these like sub franchises that used to not get that much love are like bubbling right now, like the Jets. A lot of people, I think, would be more likely to go to the Jets because they have a quarterback that's there and they have the amount of money to go out and get talent or trade for it, you know? And people would be more inclined to go there.
The amount of money they have is going to change after they get Watson.
What's Watson's contract?
In
Didn't
the
he just
30s.
sign the contract, right?
I think he signed one last year.
Yeah, so I think they should have enough money to get more people and build around them.
But they don't just need one or two pieces.
So do you think one player is going to take like the other 50% of what they owe? I don't have it in front of me, but I'm pretty sure they got like 40 to like 100 million in capital.
Big ass rate.
It's somewhere in between.
That's a safe statement.
Yeah, it's somewhere in between.
They have over $1.
Yeah, like north of $10.
It's like price right, $1.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. So you got the Jets. He wants to go there, so there's a desire to go there at least. That's a top 5 quarterback that wants to go to a market that I don't think is that desirable at one point, you know? You got the Clippers.
Well, the market's always desirable. It's the team.
That's what I'm saying. The Jets market, like the Jets, like if you go to the Jets.
It's like the Knicks. You go to the Knicks to be in New York to make other things happen.
With all the stuff that's going on, like, okay, people are passing on the Knicks, they're going to the Nets. You see what I'm saying? You got people are passing on the Lakers and going to the Clippers. People are passing on the Giants and going to the Jets. You see, like these stepbrother markets seem to be getting a lot of love right now, is what I'm trying to point out.
Who passed on the Giants to go to the Jets?
Deshaun Watson. He named them. He could have named the Jets. He could have named the Giants, but he named the Jets. They're both in New York.
The Giants have their quarterback, Daniel Jones. Like I think they're comfortable with Daniel Jones.
Would you take Daniel Jones over Deshaun Watson?
No.
Okay.
But they're not actively looking like the Jets.
How you know?
How do you know they're not? They are. They're not.
Is Green Bay actively looking for a quarterback?
They're waiting on Roger. They're waiting on that phone call. Like, what are you doing, Roger?
So yeah, that's just something that like stuck out to me. That's kind of interesting.
Man, if Rodgers moves, that'd be crazy.
What if he goes to the Cowboys?
Nah, I'm talking Dak.
You pick Dak over Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
For a right now championship? That doesn't make sense.
It to Dak.
Y'all so fake.
First you said you said you owe it to Dak. You were like now you're throwing Dak to the curb.
No,
like, what is your damn?
I was like, y'all need to pay him. You were like, nah, forget him.
No, I never
He's
said
a bum.
don't pay him. I said don't pay him that $40 million.
Yeah, you're like, pay him top 40 money. Like that doesn't make sense.
I said get him like 33, 34.
Okay, yeah, he's a bum basically. Spit in his face.
Wow.
That was y'all. Now you're like, nah, we gotta be right. Do right by Dak. Forget Aaron Rodgers. Man, y'all better take what y'all can. That doesn't make sense. But whatever. That's how y'all work.
Bro, you're being so hypocrite.
Yeah, whatever.
What? No.
And then
Throwing Dak to the curb and shit.
yeah, and then before we wrap up, where can people check us out? Oh, y'all had a little thing y'all were doing,
Oh, yeah,
right?
Victor was gonna go over some. We're gonna see if we can go over some like safe plays we think are for the week when it comes to like bets and stuff.
Yeah, I got a couple picks
Safe
right here.
bets. That's like an
Safe.
oxymoron.
It's never safe, but these are educated.
I feel like either two of these could probably hit. Maybe y'all can tell me which one you think is more likely. But I bet Portland plus 2.5. I got them 2.5 against the Bulls. They're an underdog in that game, but
Against the
I
Bulls?
think it's only because of like they're the away team.
Yeah,
But really, this season, I don't think there's much of like
no.
a home court advantage to where you wouldn't favor the
They
team
just
'cause
turned the
they're away.
speakers up.
Yeah, so I got Portland 2.5, and then I also got Phoenix 1.5 against the Mavericks. The Mavericks have lost like
Four in a row
Four in a
now.
row.
Yeah.
I think that with Phoenix,
It's like a week's
Phoenix
worth
is
of
coming in kind of
losses.
hot. So I think
I
either
don't
of
know. I
those
don't
are
know
kinda
about
safe.
that. I don't know about the spread on that just because Mavericks they're not scoring.
So when you say 2 points, or when you say +2, does that mean like they're gonna win by 2 points?
No, so that means that Portland could lose by 2 points,
Yeah,
and I would still win my bet because I'm getting 2.5 plus whatever on top of whatever they score. So they could lose by 2, I'd still win.
So you're picking them to win, but if they lose by 2, you still win.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of what Roy does. Roy plays the fence.
Yeah.
no,
Roy-
I play the over under money line. I don't play the spread.
Okay, fence.
So for the Super Bowl, the over under is
God.
56. What would you take? Would you take the over or the under?
I don't know what that means. Like
So that means
both
the-
teams are gonna
Yeah,
score
like
56.
both-
Combined.
No.
You don't think so? It's gonna be under?
Yeah. If anything, Mahomes is gonna score, but I don't think they're gonna have to hold him to 30.
I mean, Packers and Packers. Packers. I'm talking about Tampa Bay and Kansas City scored almost 30 points in every match. So I'm gonna do over.
Really?
I'm
It
gonna
doesn't
go over.
feel like that. It feels like
I'm gonna go
Patriots Tom
over.
Brady. I'm gonna go under.
I'm gonna go over. And also,
Was that
remember-
one of your questions? No.
Also, I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over because they are playing in Tampa. Good weather.
Mm.
I'm gonna go under.
I'm gonna go over. What do you got, Victor?
I'm gonna go with the over on that one. I think there's a good chance they could both just air it out, throw a bunch of touchdown passes.
Yeah, you only need one at 30, and the other one can be like at the 20. Well, either 31 to 28, you're still gonna get it. So I'm gonna go over
I'm hope. What was this? The number 60?
56.
3. Yeah, I think it's gonna be under. 'Cause I think they're gonna hold them to 30.
So that means either team's really gonna be over 20,
25 or 26, 27.
27. We go by the things.
Yeah, I feel good about that.
Feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the other basketball question that you didn't answer? I think Portland's gonna win.
No, I think Portland's a good bet.
Yeah, you think those are both safe? Y'all
I think the
Yeah.
two points that I just learned, I think that's gonna be. They can't lose.
I think I could have won the bet like without the points. I think like both of those teams have a chance of just winning
Yeah.
straight up, anyways.
And I'm not even a Suns like picker right now, but yeah, I would go with them because of the Mavs. They just seem frustrated.
I think today it's a good bet to go over with the Lakers in Boston. The over totals 219.
Boston,
Hmm?
They're struggling too, right? Because they've had COVID issues.
They got I know Tatum came back
Yeah, Tatum
last
came back.
week. So they I think they have their full team probably for the first time like all season now.
Nah,
Because remember, it's total. So like, if the Lakers score 115 and then Boston scores 105, it's still over.
isn't Boston? No, Boston's a bad defensive team, I think. So Lakers are top defensive team, I believe. So
Man, it's crazy. What's defense right now? You just have a lot of scoring games.
no, you're watching Nets games. So Lakers have scored 107, 107, 115, 101. What was your number? What would it have to be?
It was 219.
219.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over. It looks like majority of these games have gone over 200 with the Lakers, even with the teams that they played. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the combined.
Because like I said, even if they go like, It's just combined total. So you don't need both teams to score like 110. It can be shifted around as long as you get both. You know what I mean?
Dang, they've gone up to 138 against the Mavericks. That's wild.
Who?
Lakers when they played them. That's no defense. They just going up and down the court.
So they both average the same points per game, 112.
Who? Oh, both
Lakers
teams?
and Boston, they average, and then their opponents average 104 for the Lakers, and the Boston's average is 109.
Yeah.
So I think it's good.
Yeah, that seems to be safe. It seems to be a high scoring league right now. So yeah.
I just said that and you said no.
With them two, I said yes.
You said it's a high scoring league right now, and I just said that and you said no, only Nets.
I said with them two.
Okay.
Because
they
said
league. You just
with
said
them
league.
Two. With them two.
Okay.
I'm clarifying.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they haven't not scored over 100 points this whole season. The Celtics, except for when they played the Pistons. So yeah, that's safe. Any more?
No. What do you got? Any more, Victor?
That's what I got. Those are my bets. I couldn't bet too much this weekend.
Yeah. All right.
You can get W's. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm on my way back up.
So where can people check us out at, Roy?
Spotify and
Pornhub.
Apple Podcasts. Whoa.
Everything shut down.
What are you talking about?
You never know.
Who they checking out there?
We might be a recommended. Might be a podcast scene you looking for. And you be like, oh, there's turn up the mic.
Chris will share that link there to listen to us. I don't know about that. And then YouTube, comment, subscribe, and let us know what you want to hear.
There's been bootleg movies on the hub. Not that I know, but people have talked about it.
You were confident right now. What bootleg
you
movies?
watch I Am Legend. But yeah, anyway,